What's up, guys? And welcome to Tuesday Night Talks. Today we're setting it up a little bit differently. I'm still going to get used to not having the countdown before I say what's up, guys. So I think my face is going to be kind of gnarly there. We're coming to you from the Replay Collective offices. And if anybody hasn't checked into Facebook Live before, every Tuesday night we do a Facebook Live. Of the last 2 months have been kind of all over the place, so we wanted to add a little bit more structure for everybody, and we'll be bringing you news on social media, digital marketing. We're also going to have Hannah's highlights, where we talk about different things that Hannah likes.
Whatever I want.
Whatever she wants. And we're also going to test out the invite function on Facebook and try to do more of like a call-in type of show. And that's going to be really exciting. Hopefully we can get some questions out. In the interim, did I use that word right?
You did.
Sick. In the meantime, if you guys do have any questions about social media marketing, digital marketing, or anything like that, please feel free to leave a comment below, and we will definitely answer them as we go along. But without further ado, we might as well get started on what we wanted to talk about today. So, today's subjects, the first one is Facebook is cracking down on static images posted as videos. You guys might have seen this on while you're scrolling through your feed. You're thinking you're going to get a video out of one of these memes, but it's actually just a static image. Now, Facebook is cracking down on this because videos, as you might know, are getting more organic reach than any sort of picture or anything like that. Obviously, Facebook is making a huge play on videos with Facebook Watch and Facebook Live, everything like that, right? So that's one of the things that they're doing to make sure that the content that you're being served is more authentic. Hannah, do you have any comments on how this might improve or how marketers might need to change the little tactics that they're doing to gain more awareness?
I do have something to say about that. There's a little bit of, not that I respect them for trying it, but it's kind of like, okay, well, it was a smart move to get more engagement by posting it as a video. But at the same time, why not take a little bit extra effort, make it into an actual video, make it more engaging for the user? You don't want it to benefit yourself. You want it to benefit the user.
Yeah.
While also benefiting yourself.
Right.
And so I think that it will make for a smoother user experience. Facebook has always been very adamant about user experience as well as making money through advertising.
Yes.
And not for the companies. I mean, if you think even 4 years ago, how much easier it was to get engagement on non-boosted or non-sponsored posts. Facebook has cracked down on it. So.
Right. And as you guys might know, that's some of the reason why we run Facebook Live on our personal pages instead of our business pages, is because we do get more organic reach this way. So that's a suggestion that we would make to you. If you are pushing out any videos, put it out on your personal page to get more organic reach. Then, a little hack is putting it into your business page for that share and getting it up there while you're starting to get more distribution on your brand.
Very true.
Yeah. So, our next topic of the day, we're still testing this out, guys, but we will get better at it as we go along.
Am I supposed to? You told me that.
So, the second topic of the day.
This was not on me, guys.
No, okay. The second topic of the day would be the Instagram update with their comments, right?
Yes.
So, basically what's happening with Instagram right now is they've made an update to their comment features that are being rolled out. In true Instagram fashion, they're doing it in stages. So they never release everything all at once. In fact, Facebook also does the same thing. And sometimes they'll only release updates to about 10,000 to 50,000 users so they can get, what the analytics are and how people are actually responding to this. But what Instagram is doing right now is just like on Facebook, when you leave a comment, it replies right under it as opposed to like chronologically, I think would be the right order.
They're nested.
See? Learning new things while messing up this whole thing. So I think that this is really exciting because it really pushes Instagram as more of a communication platform. I know that for you too, you've actually been hanging out in the DMs a little bit more on Instagram. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think it's important to always check your message requests. I've had a few people from there. Some of them are just hi, or I got one about try my guaranteed weight loss coffee for guaranteed results or something. So you get the cheesy ones. But I think it's always, Mikhail's been doing a lot of biz dev through Instagram.
Sure.
And so I think this kind of amplifies the ability to communicate and not just share.
Yeah.
So it improves engagement. across the board.
What would you say are some best practices for communicating on Instagram right now?
Always tag, this seems simple, but always tag the user you're replying to, because they're not going to be notified if it's on your photo. Even if it's on their photo, like they'll get notified. But if you're responding, always tag them. Don't hit reply. Well, I guess maybe now that it's nested.
And is this somebody that you're replying back to? Like if somebody comments,
so someone says, "Hey, great photo," and then you reply, you do a comment, you tag them and say, "Hey, thanks."
Yeah.
Smiley face or some kind of emoji, but you always want to tag them. It sounds simple, but it's easy to forget.
Yeah, absolutely. For everybody checking in, Matthew, so nice to see you. Ralph, it's nice to see you too. Thank you so much. Every Tuesday night we do a Facebook Live. We're adding a lot more structure, so you can imagine that this is going to have a lot of digital marketing and social media marketing news for you guys, because we do obviously want to add value to your Facebook live stream instead of just us rambling about crazy stuff. So, anyway, back to Instagram commenting updates. I completely agree with you, too. A little hack for you guys, too. The more comments that you have on Facebook and on Instagram, the better you're going to show up in other people's feeds. So, as Hannah was saying, when you're tagging somebody back, it's going to count as, like, unless they've cracked down on it, which I'm sure they have. But last I checked, if you're tagging somebody back on a Facebook or Instagram feed, it's going to count as another comment, which will help you come up a little bit more. In addition to that, you want to be able to have these conversations as much as possible, especially when growing your following or growing your business, because you have to be able to gain loyalty throughout, through what you're doing when you're building a brand, really. You know what I mean? And the best way to do that is to communicate on a one-on-one basis, I think, and go through all of your comments, all of your direct messages, all of your retweets is something else, but really start to build relationships with all those people. And I think that that's something that's going to help everybody across the board. I mean, you do it for a long enough time and you'll start to build a great community, and the both of us have seen a lot of benefits from doing that. You don't need a huge following to build a great community, and I think that's something to pull.
That's tweetable right there.
That is tweetable. Let me write that down real quick. Speaking of tweets,
Twitter has not grown.
In the last quarter. Yes, in the last quarter.
I'm assuming that some people have joined and some people have left, so I'm assuming it's even out. But
yes, according to Social Media Today, Twitter has not gained any users in the last quarter, despite. Hi, thank you, Megan, for checking in. Despite all the craziness that's going on Twitter from our president,
and just politics in general. Like it used to be. I feel like it used to be more entertainment based, and now it's very much politics. Like if you're in DC, I feel like you're on Twitter. Yeah. Outside of it, maybe not so much.
For sure. So where do you get a lot of? Do you still use Twitter a lot? I've seen that you've kind of decreased your activity.
I don't tweet nearly as much as I used to. I used to be a really solid, scheduled, and also impromptu tweeter. Then I went on Instagram more. Yeah. I think it's still good for news. I generally find out my news from Instagram though.
Really?
Which is weird.
That's
you
interesting.
wouldn't think it would be, but I guess like the people that I follow, it's generally so between that and Twitter, and then sometimes like the Facebook, like because I'll be on Facebook a lot for clients, and you'll see it like on the side, a banner. It'll be like Trump did this or something.
That's interesting. Okay, so what kind of news are you getting from Instagram right now?
Taylor Swift, pop culture news. She deleted everything. Starting from scratch. There's something about snakes.
But what does that mean? What does it mean?
I don't know. I'm not even going to pretend to know. I'm just going to watch.
Apparently, so pop culture news. Let's change it up really bit. Bruno asks, and thank you for the question, Bruno. By the way, thank you for always checking in to the Tuesday Night Talk. Bruno asks, did you know that there are more YouTube videos watched per second than there are Google searches? That makes a lot of sense.
It actually does.
We have some stats on this stuff too, don't we? Like on how many videos are produced every day, I think is
it's insane.
In one day is there's more videos produced and uploaded in one day more than there ever was.
500 million hours or something like that.
500 million hours. I just completely screwed that up, so I apologize for everything that I just said right now.
I've been on YouTube a lot though to watch John Oliver, which I mean that's kind of news, mostly satire, but that is also how I'm getting my news.
Do you get the full episode?
I watch like the clips of like the topic, so it'll be like the news break on. Okay. Like vaccines or coal or whatever.
That's actually pretty interesting for the audience today too. Tanner, nice to see you. Matthew,
Hey.
nice to see you. We're going to do some call-ins in a second here, so don't think that I'm not going to call you, because I am, and I would love to see your face here. But I would love to know from the audience, where are you watching most of your videos? Is it on Facebook? Is it on YouTube? And where are you getting your news if you're not watching it on TV? That is a very good question that I'd love to figure out. So, anyways, Twitter, do you think it's going to die? This has been a conversation for like a year. I felt like there was an upsurge after I read this stat that they haven't gained any users in the last quarter. That
I
kind
feel
of
like they're gonna hang on. I feel like it might be a MySpace. Like you're gonna kind of like hang out for a little bit and then go through this dramatic rebranding,
Sure.
but no one's really gonna go back.
nobody's gonna care.
Although people said Facebook was gonna die soon, and here we are, like what 12, 13
Yeah, I'm
years
curious
later?
what the big break for Twitter has to be for that to like re-up. You know what I mean?
don't
But I
know.
think it's such a testament to. Consumers, or different sort of audiences consuming content in a video format, right? And that's becoming more and more important. Facebook videos. I get my news from the Drudge Report. Awesome, Matthew. Thank you so much. Varun, thank you so much for checking in. Really appreciate it. Let's move on to Hannah's highlights. Yeah. So
Yeah,
every
sassy
week,
social media.
sassy social media from Hannah. Her highlights of the week include Eclipse 2017. Got a little heat for putting out. It was, by the way, I know that staring into the sun is going to hurt your eyes more than your phone. But it was just a thing that I wanted to put out there, and apparently I got some crap for it. So whatever.
Don't you know to never share your opinion on social media?
It was just a joke, guys. Anyways.
So,
Yes.
on the same vein of Wendy's being very sassy over the past month or so, Moon Pie took full advantage of the solar eclipse. And they, Hostess first started it though, and they tweeted, Hostess has declared Golden Cupcake the official snack cake of the eclipse. And then Moon Pie said, LOL, okay. And they just kept everything very simple, very sassy. I love it. And then they kind of kept going on, and people were responding like, "Oh my gosh, oh, Moon
Was this on
Pie."
Twitter? What is
It was on
Moon Pie?
Twitter. They're like the marshmallow with the cookie and then covered in chocolate.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
They're okay. I mean, I ate them growing up, but they've just been around for a while. And then, so people kept tweeting, and then NPR tried to do something about like best ice cream or something.
Right.
And then Moon Pie said, agree to disagree. And then my favorite one was when Hostess said, what do you say we use our snacking powers for good, Moon Pie? How about a moon cake? And they did a photoshopped photo of a moon pie with
Can we
the
show that
Hostess
to the
squiggle.
audience? Do you think it'll pop up a little bit?
There we go.
Yeah. All right.
There. And then Moon Pie just said, LOL, no. I love it. It's great. And it's just kind of like I feel like brands over the past couple of months have felt more empowered to show their personality instead
Sure.
of just being more, oh, sorry to hear about that. Well, like email so and so. I was also saw Brandless. They're the company that started doing like $3 soap and ketchup and chips. About the whole thing is like there's no
Sure.
brand.
Oh,
even
right,
though it is a
right,
brand.
right. Yeah.
It's very meta, I guess you'd say. But some woman was like, oh my gosh, like, Brandless is such BS. And then Brandless responded, well, we like to think that we're kind of against BS, but email us to let us know what you're thinking. And so I think it's just cool to see how brands are very much willing to just go for it.
Yeah, my favorite so far is still Wendy. She was like, but I mean, she actually resigned from. I don't know if she resigned or whatever happened, but there was somebody that was doing a really great job of managing Wendy's account and trolling McDonald's the whole time. They're like, oh yeah, now these burgers are 100% fresh beef or whatever it was. It's like, oh, so you're saying that 90% of your menu is still not fresh beef? Like, what's going on here?
Wait, so she's not doing it anymore?
She's not doing it anymore. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they changed over a little while ago. So to everybody checking in, thank you so much, Gabriella. It's so nice to see you here. Every Tuesday night we do a Facebook Live. We're adding structure to it now so you know exactly what to expect. We'll be delivering the last week today, speaking of John Oliver, in social and digital marketing. We'll have Hannah's highlights where she gets to get sassy with her social media. And we'll do the live Q&A, which is actually what's going to happen right now. So why don't we I wonder if we can invite Gabby, if I can scroll down. Let's see if Gabby will come in. Basically, Facebook has released, this has been a while now, and we're kind of late to the game, to be honest, but Facebook released an update that allows you to invite other people to your live feed. So with Gabby, I'd love to do a little Q&A if she decides to accept it. If not, then we will move on to the next one. And if this is a complete fail, then we'll try it again next week, because I think that this is actually something pretty valuable.
I feel like it's great. You guys should accept the invite.
Yeah, should definitely accept the
We
invite.
aren't that scary.
Yeah.
We're just really good people that want to talk to you.
But while this is coming up, I think that it's very important what you were touching on with adding a personality behind a brand. Why do you think that it's so important to have a personality behind a brand these days? One that's like an actual voice on Twitter, on Instagram, or anything else.
I feel like it's so much harder to stand out now because there's so much content being shared that
Sure.
you need to have a personality. You need to be, whether it's sarcastic or, I mean, even like, I feel like there's just a lot of straight-laced people. So right now, being sassy is standing out. And so it looks like she couldn't. Let's try someone else. Try Tanner.
Tanner might want to come by if he's still here. Jason Holmes might want to come by. Let's see if that works. That would be fun if he's still there. I don't know how long he hung out
Cannot
for.
be.
Can't.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll figure this out eventually, and it'll be fun when we do get to do it. Let's get Carol on here. Carol Knox. Carol is. I actually have some questions for her about the keto diet, so that'll be excellent. So anyway, you were saying there's a lot of brands, there's a lot of noise.
Yeah, there's a lot of noise. So right now, to stand out, people are being sarcastic and showing a very lighthearted side of the personality, almost a little too strong.
Sure.
But I feel like as more people go to be sarcastic and sassy, I feel like you'll need to find a new way.
Yeah.
A new way to distinguish yourself. But right now, you can stand out by just showing your personality, that there's someone behind the account.
Whether it's sarcastic and sassy or uplifting or whatever it is, I think the bigger point is that there should be a voice behind everybody's brand.
And more than just putting the initials of who responded. Like a lot of airlines will be like, oh, DM us, blah, 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 I'm so sorry. And then they'll do the initials. But it needs to be more than that. It needs to be a personality.
Absolutely. Let's try Gabby again. See if she'll come in. We'll unhook this leg and see if that works. I would really enjoy it if it did work, because we do want to have you guys here as guests. The other thing I would say too, in regards to having a personality behind it, is we got to start looking at these social platforms, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or whatever, as not just a way to push out content and get our name out there, but it's really a communication device. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of business that can happen. There's a lot of networking that can happen just in the comments of your Instagram posts, just in your DMs and everything like that. So you want to make sure to be very active in all of those things, right?
Definitely.
But the more that we look at it as a communication platform and less as a content push platform, I think the better results that you're going to get for your business or your networking or your branding or whatever else that you want to do. So those are some of the key takeaways from any of that. But anyways, it doesn't seem like the invite feature is going to work for us, but we'll try it again next week. Gabby, maybe we can figure out what was going on with it, because you'd be somebody that we'd love to chat with live on Facebook. But to everybody else who checked in, thank you so much for being here every Tuesday night. Like I said, there will be a lot more structure for you guys. We'll be focused on digital and social media marketing, Hannah's highlights, and then obviously having a live Q&A. If you guys enjoyed the episode, we'd love for you guys to check in next week. If not, check in next week anyway, because it's a lot of fun. But my name's Mikhail.
And I'm Hannah.
And we will see you next week.